I feel like sometimes you guys are able to predict my next video topic. I usually transition to something from a previous video. So a comment was left last video mentioning, and I'm not sure about the brain damage comment. Okay, let's be nice to each other. Basically, he says that if the president was dead, another evil will replace him. Then another individual replies, and there will be people above him paying the people below him off. It's 3D chess, and there will be people above the people above. I was actually going to mention that last video, but you see how long this video is, so you can see why, right? I sounded a bit indifferent last video. Like, bro, I'm talking about a theory that the president is dead. That's a huge deal to people who are obsessed with political powers and popular political figures. But the thing is, and I always took the 3D chess perspective as well. I always felt the real and true elites of this world, like the boogeyman, the actual boogeyman people, we don't even know what or who they are. Like, I'm not talking about like some woo woo, oh, they're aliens from another. Some people, listen, you could believe in that, whatever. I'm not hating on it. All right, I'm saying I don't believe in that. Okay, but you may. All right, but listen, there are people, ultra wealthy influencers, not social media influencers, legit heavily wealthy people who operate totally anonymous. They pull strings in other ways. They'll fund certain ideologies, certain countries, certain politicians, certain everything. And they'll do it through a network of proxies. Meaning like this ultra wealthy person who remains anonymous will push a multi-million-dollar donation anonymously to a certain political party or cause. These puppet masters who I'm referring to, they're not elected or publicized. They're in their position due to their control and alliances. They have influence over certain tools like the media, or they have a huge economic leverage. You never see these people in public. And again, maybe some of you do know some of these names of these people, these puppet masters, but like, what's funny about that, right? And tell me if I'm lying. Oftentimes you notice that these people, these puppet masters who they're the least public about anything. They put money down, or they're in some huge market that affects the whole economy, and they live quietly. Again, that's why I'm so indifferent. Trump is rich already, but y'all really think? Come on, be logical here. We know Trump is rich, but y'all really think he put his own money up for his whole political campaign? Twice? I wouldn't even say twice, more than twice? Y'all really think some people don't have some strings on him to push certain ideologies, or for him to not get involved or get involved with certain things? Dude is just a puppet in position. And even if we call out names of people we know that are ultra wealthy yet anonymous individuals, look, nobody's going to care like that. Besides like a small niche group of people, everyone is seething and raging over the public figures rather than the people controlling them. We can blame media for obsessive biases based on their political or economic motives, right? And Trump this, Trump that. But they can't publish the story on the people who helped pay to get this dude in office to begin with. And they continue to fund him to switch the narrative or pressure certain policies or ideologies. And what's funny? I won't even say it's funny. These people who I'm talking about, these anonymous people, they all hang out together. That's the crazy part. They got dirt on each other. They got dirt on this person, got dirt on that person. You know why that you gotta bend over for these people? They got all some sort of power over the economy. They all do what mostly benefits their narratives or their certain perspectives or ideologies. There was one guy who was going to expose all of them, right? There was one person who was going to end up like snitching, right? And expose all the names of these people. But, he suddenly died in prison. Hint, hint. I mean, it shows how easy it is for them. You know what I'm saying? Like these people. And I used an example earlier about charities, right? Or how they fund or donate to certain groups anonymously. You do know in the United States, you don't need to disclose your donor in most cases. Therefore, corporations, unions, or whatever can infinitely spend any amount of bread during elections or towards advocacy groups. And again, you don't need to disclose it. And Why is this a problem, Aku? Who cares? People got money. They're allowed to spend on whatever they're allowed to donate, right? To causes they believe in, right? What's the problem? The problem is this. These major corporations and so forth, they are controlling numerous industries, jobs, markets, and have ultimate media sway. How? Because they pay and they are funding ads and putting money down into, they're investing into other businesses, certain stocks, whatever, right? Their influence completely outsizes anyone else. And they control the market. It's not like you can just run up in there and compete with a multi-billion-dollar corporation who's putting money down. You can't go band for band. You know what I'm saying? You win Megacorp, you win the election pretty much. It's like Cyberpunk. Corpo runs everything. The government is funded by Corpo, and they'll do anything as long as it benefits Corpo. So yeah, Trump this, Trump that, Elon this, Elon that. Listen, I'm even talking about the Trump sexuals. Not just the Trump haters, the Trump fanboys, the Biden fanboys, the Biden haters, the Kamala fanboys, the Kamala haters. The representation of whoever's in that seat doesn't necessarily tell the whole story about where their motives come from or what their true intentions are. They can have opinions that they don't even share with you guys. They may want to do the complete opposite of what they're doing right now. I'm not saying the president has zero influence or zero power. It's just the person who's the forefront. I'm saying that this is 3D chess, like the comment was saying. I was talking to someone recently about worker rights. A lot of farmers are, in a sense, allowing immigrants to come to the United States and have them work at their farm for literally no money, right? They exploit them. They overwork them. It's literally slavery. And if these workers who are pretty much being exploited, they try to speak up or someone tries to help them, hey, what's the farmer gonna do? They'll just report them to Homeland Security. Hey, you know this illegal immigrant right here. It's messed up. It's horrible. It's sad that the industry is taking advantage of immigrants and paying them less than $1 and having them live in barns with 15 plus other people. But this is what I'm talking about. The agriculture industry strives off of other markets. You stop farmers exploiting workers, you stop business, or you slow down multiple billion-dollar businesses. You are asking to get clipped 100%. You want to be a whistleblower? Good luck. You're asking to die or have a target on you. Play hero. Nobody's going to even know you got clipped or why. Yeah, a quote freak accident. You just didn't wake up from your sleep. The cameras all turned off in your house suddenly. Somebody hit your car for no reason and drove you off a cliff. And now, hey, it was just an accident, you know? And it's strange how this person got in a strange car accident all of a sudden, or they strangely died despite their beliefs. But listen, you want to play hero? Like, these industries are, after you play hero and they clip you, these industries, or silence you in some way, these industries are just going to turn around after that and keep exploiting people. Doesn't make it right. But this is what I mean. Yeah, it's horrible what's going on to these people. But like, I just looked it up. The U.S. agriculture sector is about $1.4 trillion. 1 trillion. I'm talking about billionaires, millionaires, $1 trillion, $1.4 trillion. Hey, there will be consequences, especially for people who have billion-dollar interests and deep political ties if you try to mess with this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And those people who I'm referring to, they're not on Twitter talking about their recent AI or how good their new car model is. They're not there raging on some other social media network, you know. They're just sitting at home watching TV, enjoying their wealth, and playing Puppet Master until it's time for an opportunity to help sway the economy or help push certain ideologies, you know. It's dystopian, but such is life. What are you gonna do? You gonna fight against the system? You're gonna fight against these people? Like, listen, you want to get clipped, you get clipped, bro. Like, and it's been like this for a while, by the way. You know what I'm saying? This isn't just something that happened in the past 20 years. This has been going on for hundreds of years. That's why I said last video, I don't get why y'all see so much about public figures who are politically involved. But I guess they're put in those positions because they can take the punches for those who really control everything. 3D chess. people above the people who are above us, and there are people above them too. Hey, it is what it is. This episode is found on Spotify and YouTube. I'm out.